divyānāṁ
vibhūtīnāṁ paran-tapa
vibhūtīnām param-tapa
eṣaḥ tūddeśataḥ prokto
eṣaḥ tūddeśataḥ prokto
vibhūteḥ vistaro mayā
vibhūteḥ vistaro mayā nānto asti mama divyānām vibhūtīnām param-tapa eṣaḥ tūddeśataḥ prokto vibhūteḥ vistaro mayā. Mataji, nānto asti mama divyānām vibhūtīnām param-tapa eṣaḥ tūddeśataḥ prokto vibhūteḥ vistaro mayā. Hare Krishna. Now, what meaning? Na, nor, antaḥ, a limit, asti, there is, mama, my, divyānām, of the divine, vibhūtīnām, opulences, param-tapa, O conqueror of the enemies, eṣaḥ, all this, tu, but, uddeśataḥ, as examples, proktaḥ, spoken, vibhūteḥ, of opulences, vistaraḥ, the expanse, mayā, by me. Translation and purport by Divine Prabhu ki. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Please repeat after me. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Purport. As stated in Vedic literature, although the opulences and energies of the Supreme are understood in various ways, there is no limit to such opulences. Therefore, not all the opulences and energies can be explained. Simply, a few examples are being described to Arjuna to pacify his inquisitiveness. Hare Krishna. Yes. So these are the chapter name is opulences of absolute. So what is meant by opulence? Opulence means any person who is rich in some specific subject, that is wealth, knowledge, power, strength, beauty, renunciation, etc. Actually. So in this word actually, nobody is equal to the Lord Krishna actually. Lord Krishna is exhibiting all the 6 opulences in full actually. But nobody can exhibits the opulences in full actually, any opulence actually. So that is the quality of the Lord Krishna actually, because he is a supreme personal Godhead. One who exhibits all the 6 opulences in full actually is known as Supreme Lord actually, or Supreme Personality of Godhead actually. This is actually opulence actually. Then how one can understand these opulences? Because the Lord Krishna knows his own potencies. Nobody knows actually. That's why actually the Arjuna requests the Lord Krishna to explain his divine opulences actually. The Lord Krishna agrees to the request of the Arjuna actually, that he will explain only the specific opulences, because his opulences are limitless, unlimited actually. There is no end to the opulences and energies actually. That's why actually the Lord Krishna in this chapter 10th actually, he explained some of the unlimited opulences actually. Lord Krishna is self-seated in the hearts of all living beings actually. He is the beginning, middle, and end of all creatures actually. He has explained in this chapter 10th actually, he is wind, death, fire, inexhaustible time, spiritual science of the self, flower-bearing springs, splendid victory, adventures, the generating seat of all existence, the rod of chastisement, statesmanship, silence, wisdom, holy figure, the ocean, the thunderbolt, the monarch among men, the greatest among the elephants and serpents and other animals, and so on. Lord Krishna says, there is no end of his divine manifestations. What he has spoken to Arjuna is but a mere indication of his infinite opulences. In the teaching of Srila Prabhupada, the opulences. Opulence, that is a possession of the wealth, beauty, knowledge, strength, fame, and renunciation. So these words are the key concept in understanding the nature of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord Krishna is considered to be full in all these 6 opulences actually. Who is Bhagavan? The Bhagavan is explained by the Rishi Parasmuni, one who is full in all these six opulences, full strength, full fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, renunciation is Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality Godhead. While Krishna was on this earth, he displayed all the six opulences in full actually. Therefore, the great sages like Parasmuni has accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. In this chapter, the Lord Krishna has spoken to the Arjuna in respect of his opulences in more confidential way, his work, etc. Lord explained his energies and how they are acting in earlier chapter actually. Now, in chapter number 10 actually, he has explained his specific opulences actually. The more one hears about his opulences, the more one becomes fixed in devotional service actually. One should always hear about the Lord in association of the devotees actually. That will enhance one's devotional service. What is actually the main aim of our life is to enhance our devotional service actually. And by remembering the Lord Krishna, his specific activities, his pastime, his opulences, we can enhance our devotional service actually. We have to fix our mind in respect of Lord Krishna actually. Then and only then we can succeed in this life. If we don't fix our time, if we don't fix our mind in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, then what will happen? Our mind will be diverted in the material concept of life actually. Then we will not be able to achieve our goal of the life. Our goal of life is the devotion service of the Lord Krishna actually. So, the discourses or the discussions can be possible in amongst the devotees of Lord Krishna only. Because if one is not the Krishna consciousness, then what will happen actually? He will not able to understand the Lord Krishna name, pastime, or opulences actually. It is a must actually, requirement is a must actually, one should be the devotee of the Lord Krishna. He must have accepted the Krishna consciousness actually. So discourses in the society of the devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to be Krishna consciousness. Others cannot take part in such opulences actually, such discussions. Lord clearly tells Arjuna that because he is very dear to him, for his benefit, such discourses are taking place actually. This is not only for the Arjuna but for all the people in the world actually. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. No one is greater than him. He is a cause of all causes. As stated by the Supreme Personality Godhead, he is the cause of all demigod senses also. Demigods and the great sages cannot understand Lord Krishna. They cannot understand neither his name nor his personality. So, what is the position of those who are in material concept of life actually? They cannot understand. No one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why he comes to the earth actually as an ordinary man and executes such uncommon and wondrous activities actually. One should know that material education is not necessary to understand the Krishna actually. Material education means technical education etc. to earn the money actually. That is not required to understand the Krishna actually. What, what, is, what is required? That is a devotion service to the Lord Krishna. To chant the holy name of Lord Krishna actually. To be in association of the devotees of the Lord Krishna. Then and only then he can understand the Lord Krishna actually. Otherwise not actually. So material education is not necessary to understand Krishna. Even the demigods and Greek sages have tried to understand Krishna by their mental speculation, but they failed to do so. What is meant by knowledge? The men who are considered very rich in knowledge, that is Socrates, Plato, Isaac Newton, Galileo, etc. There are lot of actually these scientists and the persons who consider themselves as the knowledgeable person actually, whose thoughts have profoundly affected human civilization. You know then this Newton's law of gravitation actually, he has affected the life of the human person actually. Even then actually, when these great persons think themselves like they find themselves nothing in this world actually. The human civilization who have been considered very expert from the human point of view, but it is remarkable that in their own eyes they feel like dwarf, being the great storehouse of the knowledge which governs nature. Isaac Newton used to consider himself to be no more than a little boy playing on the seashore and observing the multicolored sails vast up to on the beach actually. So, no man can claim to have all knowledge. Even if a man has all knowledge about his particular field, indeed, the more a man pursues a subject, the more he realizes he knows nothing about it actually. See, this is the situation of the knowledge actually. Even the experts actually, when they go in depth actually, they find themselves nothing actually. No knowledge actually. They have knowledge, but not all actually. Still, they are ignorant of their other field also. Because they are scientists actually. Scientists in different fields actually. But they can have expertness in a particular field, not in all fields actually. No one knows everything in this material world actually. Even the demigods who knows the fantastic form of human human form of life, they have the limited knowledge only. For example, Lord Brahma, he created the universe and so thoroughly knows every object in it actually. Brahma, he knows every object. But when he rose out of that actually lotus flower actually, coming from the level of the Mahavishnu, he observed himself a total confusion and began to meditate to find out what he was actually, where he was, why he was. So even his knowledge is limited actually. Even the knowledge of Brahma is also limited actually. He cannot equate to Lord Krishna actually. Lord Krishna says that neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know his origin. For in every aspect, he is the source of demigods and sages actually. Lord Krishna, who has total knowledge of everything, he is self-seated in the hearts of all. He is in the hearts of great Brahma and the heart of the tiny atoms actually. See this. He is in the heart of the great Brahma on the tiny atom also. So Bhagavan Uvacha in 13th chapter, idam sariram kaunteya chetram itavadhiyate etat yo vitti tam prahu chetraga iti tat vida. Supreme Personality of God had said, this body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, and one who knows this body is called the knower of the field actually. The living entity is a knower of this particular body actually. We are the chitrake of this body actually. We know this body only. But the Lord Krishna is supreme knower actually, proprietor, and dwellers in all bodies actually. Therefore, he is a super knower, the omniscient and embodiment of the total knowledge. He is both the knower and that he is to be known. He is addressed by the Arjuna, knowing everything. There are persons in the history who have been fabulously wealthy men in the history and wealthy empires. But from the point of view of the Krishna, the total wealth of the earth is insignificant actually. Because there are lot of actually there are a lot of celestial bodies in the universe actually. This is a very much tiny actually, this earth actually. The earth is merely the one planet in solar system, only one planet, which is but one of the 6 trillion of the solar system in the universe. 6 trillion. So how much is this solar system? 16 years. 16 is a figure that is raised to the power 10 raised to the power 10 raised to the power 21 zeros actually. 10 raised to the power 121 zeros actually. So much actually. See this actually. It's a very tiny thing actually. In the metallic creation, only the tiny cloudy spots in all pervading Brahma Jyoti, in which there are countless spiritual planets. And the Brahma Jyoti is emanating from the body of the Krishna. This effulgence is simply a byproduct and is no way his real opulence. So, the wealth of the Supreme Personal Godhead defies the imaginations actually. Nobody can imagine it. But Krishna has seen what he has seen. He has seen everything concentrated in his body actually, on the battlefield. Whatever you want to see, Lord Krishna said that whatever you want to see, you can see in this body at once actually, in the body of Lord Krishna actually. Total wealth then means that he owns everything actually. Can we continue more? Okay. All the demigods who are in charge of the various universes know and worship Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of the Godhead actually. He is known and extolled in all three worlds actually. Though it may appear that some planets are ignorant of him due to the influence of the age of Kali, his fame is total. His countless names are chanted in all spheres of life. The fame of any man or nation is temporary or illusory. Today we have completely forgotten the nations that dwelt on this earth only 6,000 years ago, because the names are not permanently. Some has been finished actually. And because we have forgotten them, we claim that no civilization were existing then. Although the man is known to have been walking upright on his planet and for at least a million years. Fame is incidental to the Krishna. In the Vaikuntha planets, hundreds of millions of Lakshmis serve his feet actually. I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desires, who dwells in the bodies built with spiritual gems, surrounded by the millions of the purpose trees. They are purpose trees also, who is always served with great reverence and affection by the thousands Lakshmis and Gopis. The average man has hardly the strength to lift his own weight. Actually. Average man. One can lift his own weight? No. And at most, his intelligence has only enabled him to detonate a hydrogen bomb, which is not even able to destroy the earth. The strength of one who is able to lift all the three worlds out of the causal ocean and drain the ocean itself. This is the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Upon seeing the splendor of the Lord's universal form, Arjuna extols his might. O great one, who stands above even Brahma, you are the original master. Why should they not offer their homage up to you? O limitless man, O refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, the transcendental to the material manifestation. O limitless form, the whole cosmic manifestation has come from you. I offer my respect from the front, from behind, and from all sides. This is Arjuna who is telling to the Lord actually, who is offering obeisance. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are lot of accounts of Krishna's battle with great demons, which celebrate the strength of the Lord. It is always notable that after playing with the demons for a while, he kills them easily in an offhanded manner actually. Very easily. He has killed a lot of demons actually. They are demigods whose strength is unlimited from the human point of view. From human point of view, the strength of the demons are very much unlimited. But from the point of view of the Lord Krishna, it is nothing actually. They were killed actually. So the Supreme Lord is Asammula. Asammula means that there is no one is greater than him actually. No creature can move without his aid. He is a prime mover actually. He is generating seed of all the existence. There is no being, moving or unmoving, that can exist without him actually. Being the strength of all beings, he is therefore the embodiment of total strength actually. The absolute beauty of the Krishna is sung in praises by the great sages who incarnate themselves as cowherd girls, gopis, in order to enjoy lavish exchanges with him. His supreme original form, as exhibited in the forest of Vrindavan, is that of youth of around 16 years of age. He descended on the earth as an embodiment of love. all spiritual in a sense, and he attracts men, women, and all that move and move not. He comes with laughter and with loving glances. He wears brilliant yellow cloth and garlands and plays his flute. In the forest of Vrindavan, he sports with cowherd girls, the gopis who worship him with holy sentiments of the transcendent love. He loves incarnate. He enchants even the hearts of God, Narayan. As stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that Krishna is so supremely loving that he attracts himself and even desires to embrace his own form actually. He who can, upon seeing the beauty of his fresh, youthful, brightly shining limbs reflected upon a pillar of pearls, he earned for himself like Radha. I bestow to all, he says, but who can bestow joy upon me? His love is power, instill joy, and Radha is the essence of his love. A play written by an author based on Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya praises his beauty. His beauty is an ocean of nectar whose waves flood the arid hills of the soul. His words delight the ear. His arms and legs surpass the coolness of 1,000 moons. His beauty enchants my senses so, how to suit the fragrance of his lips. My 5 senses ride my mind like a horse and drive the mind at once 5 different ways. And he dances through my mind and my mind. Overjoyed, respond to him. His speech, his touch, my mind is ridden to madness, death. Yet I cannot blame my senses, for the Lord attracts them so. The waves of his beauty cover the mountains of my yearning souls. His speech ravishes my hairs with mischiefs, and his touch is cool. His limbs so fragrant, soft, strong, intoxicating, surpass the color of the blue lotus. His lips, mixed with the sweet camphor of his smile, grows sweeter. His color is sweeter than the nimbus, and his cloth brighter than lightning. The Bhagavad Gita says that he is unborn and all-pervading beauty. The renunciation, the 6th opulence of Krishna, is perhaps the most inspiring. It is a renunciation, the opulence by which the Lord can reject all others. Matta paratam nānyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam proktam sutre maligana ev. This is regarding the renunciation. O conqueror wealth, there is no earth. Means the Krishna is telling to Arjuna, O conqueror wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me, as pearls are strung on the thread. Of all the Krishna's opulences can be taken off and thrown away, while Krishna remains complete in himself. Lord Krishna is much more than the sum total of his creation. The Krishna says, in my transcendental form, I pervade all this creation. All things are resting in me, but I am not in them. and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulences, though I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, still myself is the every source of creation. Mayā tatamidam sarvam jagat abhyaktam murtina matistani sarvbhūtāni nācham teshu astita nācha matistani bhūtāni paśyame yogeshwaram bhūtavirnacha bhūtisto mamatma bhūtabhavana. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded, and all beings are in me, but I am not in them. It means there is no attachment actually. It's not the complete renunciation actually. Yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence, although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. This is renunciation actually. Because what is there? We are the maintainer of our family. But we cannot say we are not part of our family. We are attached to the family actually. Is it there? Thank you very much. I think let me stop here. Actually, a lot of time has passed actually. Any question actually? Hare Krishna, thank you.